The monument to Philip IV, or Fountain of Philip IV, is a memorial to Philip IV of Spain in the center of Plaza de Orient in Madrid, Spain. It was raised at the insistence of Isabella II of Spain in the first half of the 19th century, opening on November 17, 1843, a year before Narciso Pascual y Colomer came up with the square's final layout. However, its equestrian statue of the king dates to the 17th century and was produced by the Italian sculptor Pietro Tacca. It was begun in 1634 and shipped to Madrid in 1640, the year of his death. The sculpture, atop a complicated fountain composition, forms the centerpiece of the facade of the royal palace. The statue was based in drawings by Diego Velázquez and a bust by Juan Martínez Montañes, who also collaborated on the work. The daring stability of the statue was calculated by Galileo Galilei. The horse rears, and the entire weight of the sculpture balances on the two rear legs, and, discreetly, its tail, a feat that had never been attempted in a figure on a heroic scale, of which Leonardo had dreamed. Philip IV. Country Spain. Town Madrid. Year of creation 1640. Writer S. Philip IV. 1605 to 1665, is remembered for his patronage of the arts, including such artists as Diego Velázquez, and his rule over Spain during the challenging period of the 30 Years' War, 1618 to 48. Philip is still felt to have been unduly pious in his personal life, but this did not stop him becoming known for a long line of mistresses. He handed over affairs of state to Count Duke Olivares, who tried bravely, but retired a broken man in 1643. Spain lost Portugal and faced revolts in Sicily, Naples, and Catalonia. Silver shipments from the Americas shrank disastrously. On the eve of his death in 1665, the Spanish Empire had reached its 17th-century territorial zenith, spanning a then unheard of 12.2 million square kilometers, but in other respects was in decline, a process to which Philip's inability to achieve successful domestic and military reform is felt to have contributed. Sculptor S. Pietro Tacca, 1577 to 1640, was an Italian sculptor who was the chief pupil and follower of Giambologna. Tacca began in a Mannerist style and worked in the Baroque style during his maturity. Description: the equestrian statue of Philip IV was the last major project of Pietro Tacca. The king, on his own wishes, is shown on a rearing horse, at the time an unprecedented technical feat of bronze casting on this scale. Rubens and Velázquez had already used the Baroque pose in pictures of Philip. A copy of a painting by one of these artists was sent to Florence to act as a model, but the smooth, generalized treatment of the work shows that Tacca essentially remained a Mannerist sculptor. The solution to the problem of keeping the statue upright was by positioning the center of gravity as far back as possible. The statue is constructed from two distinct sections. The rear of the horse is solid bronze, with the majority of the weight, while the front is hollow. Tacca had help from Galileo Galilei. He determined the precise weights and forces, and proclaimed it would stand forever. The statue is still standing to this day. The original calculations and hand-drawn plans, penned by Galilei, are still in existence and on display in Italy. Tacca started the sculpture in 1634 and completed it 6 years later in 1640. He died soon after. This was his last piece of commissioned work, which many suggest is his finest. The achievements, both artistic and mathematical, were lost on Philip IV. When he first saw the statue, he proclaimed that he did not like it, and that the face was completely wrong. The statue was decapitated for 6 months, while a new head was fashioned to the approval of the king.
Spain have a very outstanding time during 15th century and the 16th century in Colombo founded America. So Spain have a very splendid history during this time. But Spain, different from Britain, they conquered a lot of territory in South America, but they don't bring the good institute to this country. Not like Britain, they build the free market, the economy system. They still use this colony. They just rob this country lot of resource, like silver, like so made this country very poor. Also, they bring their dictator system go to this country. So you can go, sorry.
Yeah.
Estamos diciendo que nos van a dar 400.
Vale.